Like, girl, like, even like the Candace Owens thing that we were talking about, I looked up their ages, girl. Because Clock This the House Girls, this is the other story we had coming in that we saw today. Apparently, Candace Owens said Miss Jojo Siwa is actually straight the house, and she's gay for views, girl. That's what she's saying on her podcast.
Yeah, Candace Owens was basically saying that Jojo Siwa came out for attention the house, and then she called out the LGBTQIA alphabet soup, she said.
Community, yeah.
Community.
Never ending alphabet soup.
Never ending, yes. And was like, oh, of course she's going to say that and be part of the most anything for views community out there, which is that community. I'm like, girl, come on. Y'all are the most straight people are anything 10 fucking views, girl. Y'all are on everything the fucking house. Like, oh my god.
Literally, existence is like a view for straight people. Like,
literally, I breathe in this society. Views, views. Like, I'm giving straight people views with each like breath when you come to life, girl. You're like, views, because it's like ingrained in your fucking house. You must be straight. Sorry, I just hate that.
No, but like for all they pop off about how like there's a gay agenda there's the house, gay agenda there the house. I'm like, what about the straight agenda, girl? And like every freaking thing.
Yes. Literally every fucking thing is straight, girl. It's disgusting.
And what's her solution? She says that Miss Jojo Siwa, she also says that Demi Lovato is a fake lesbian girl.
Not her coming for Demi.
Demi Lovato. Love them so much. Sure, her days, girl. Who knows these days? But she says that they're both, all of this is clearly a cry for help, and that they need God and they need spiritual development, and they're just filling in these spiritual voids with pronouns and being lesbian and TikTok and all that, girl. Fuck it.
Oh my god. So annoying. It's like, oh, you have a void, so that's why you're queer. You have a void, that's why blah blah blah. I'm like, no, girl, like you're literally just like icking on people for a living. That's it.
No, literally. And like, what does Jojo Siwa have to gain out of being like publicly lesbian? Like, she came from Dance Moms. That's like Midwest, like Carnival the house type of vibe. White bread the house, Wonder bread the house.
No, I actually
like lesbian at all, right?
I think it's to her detriment. Like, obviously, I think owning her identity is such a good thing, but I just think that like it definitely was probably hard for her because, you know, anything when you appeal to children, right? There's a lot of pressure put on you, especially when you're a young star and your audience is really young. That you can't say those things; it's too mature, or you can't act a certain way. And let's be real, she already had a lot of fucking views, girl. So she didn't need any extra views.
No. And it's not like she was gonna get like a boost in views from like, oh, I'm gay. Like, girl, everyone gay the house. Like, it's not gonna get you views these days. Like,
yeah. Like, maybe your coming out post will get like high engagement, but then after that, it's like, okay.
Like, okay. You like breathe oxygen in the house, you drink water house. Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Right? But this is what I was meaning with like the comparison here. It's like Candace Owens, another example of this like old people getting into like the business of like younger people, minors the house even, right? Because I had to look up their ages because I was like, how old is Jojo Siwa, girl? Is she 9 years old? Like, how old is she, girl? Right? Candace Owens is 33 years old. Jojo Siwa is like 19, I think. So it's like, girl, you're 33. At like 25, even that's pushing it. We stop listening to anyone like under 21 in the house. What are you doing?
No, for real. And she's like stalking her TikTok and making like petty ass comments based off of her video, girl. Because she talks about in Jojo Siwa's TikTok that Candace was clocking super hard on her pod. She talks about, you know, 3 things that she experienced that like made her have her gay awakening, and that was Cool for the Summer by Demi Lovato, which is why she got brought up.
Now she's gay because of Cool for the Summer.
some some chick on Dancing with the Stars that she was like, oh, she's hot or whatever, and then a busted ass date she had with a guy, which and during the date with the guy asked her to have sex, and she was like disgusted by that, which is completely her right to feel disgusted when someone asks you to do that and you don't want to do
like
it.
it was such a weird thing to be like grossed out by like a busted date. Like,
Yeah, Candace Owens like went off on that and was like, "Oh my god, she's a lesbian because like she had a bad date." It's like, girl.
she was like, maybe I'm lesbian. I had bad dates at house. I'm like, we know you had bad dates, girl. That's why you're so mad the house. Also, like, I don't get this whole, like, why do we have to speculate, like, about people's ish? Like, why do we have to be like, she's lying, she's actually straight, she's actually a theybian, she's not lesbian? Like, girl, what? Why do we have to look into that? What does that have to do with anything? Right? And, like, she uses that as, like, an example to be like, okay, girl, see, my conclusion is she made this TikTok for attention. Like, as if that's such a, like eye-opening, like.
Yeah. Oh, she made a TikTok for views. Well, guess what? That's the point
Wow.
of posting on TikTok, girl, is to get views. Like,
How revelatory, Candace Owens.
of course it's for fucking views, but being lesbian isn't for views, but you can like use the fact that you're lesbian for views. Like I use the fact that I'm gay for views all the time. That's what this show is.
And for some reason, she's like, that's a problem when Jojo Siwa does it, girl.
Yeah, because for her, she's like, it's fake the house. It's a grift the house.
And I've seen like dumb Republicans in the comments be like, oh, Jojo Siwa's too feminine to be gay. I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
Dude, people are fucking crazy.
No, they're insane. And Miss Candace Owens, like, if you check out that podcast thing, because, like, you can see how unhinged. I didn't know, like, I knew she was busted, but I didn't know, like, how insane off the rails Candace Owens was until I heard, like, that full podcast clip, girl. Because she, like, honestly, girl, she should work in, like, insurance, statistics, or something, girl. She's always talking about who's gay, how much they make, why their TikTok looks like this, girl. If I want to know about who's gay and how much money they make, girl, I just talk to, like, Candace Owens' house. Like,
no, she has tabs on everyone's fucking house. Like,
yeah.
As much as she likes to shit on the Rainbow Mafia or whatever they're calling it, she really does have tabs on every letter of the house.
Like, she knew all the letters in the correct order, girl. Just clogged at the house.
She knows what all of them mean, too. You know that she knows it.
And it's funny how she's accusing other people of doing things for attention when she's literally pretending to be Republican for views, money, attention, right?
Yeah. You know, these people, they don't believe a lot of the things they say. We know that. And, you know, I've been following the Fox News case with Dominion, and, you know, like, we don't have to go super into it, girl, but basically every Fox News host contradicted what they said on air in private, especially when it came to like the election mess, or like what they think about Trump, or what they think about like some of the positions the Republican Party is taking, girl. In private, they're like, that's Bush the House, oh my god, he lost the election the House. But then on air they'll be like, voter fraud the House.
Yeah. No, they all lie, girl. And Candace Owens is one of the biggest like liar. Like, she made a whole career off of like, okay, I'm this young pretty woman saying busted Republican shit.
Yeah. Like, you know? When you are black and you say Black Lives Matter's busted the house, that just your views, girl.
Your views shoot up.
They go.
Up. Look at Miss Christian Walker's, girl.
Yeah, because then they'll like use you as an example and be like, "Clock at the house. Look, like Black Lives. You don't have to say that they matter, girl, because Candace Owens says that they don't." Yeah.
And I couldn't help but notice this, girl, when I like saw the clip. So this is like Monday the House, right? Mm-hmm. When I saw the clip, when I sent it, I don't know how it is now, but it was literally, because this shows you like, even when you play to those views, they do not support you because she had 3 million views and I saw that it was like 1,000 something likes on that video about Jojo Siwa girl.
It's just people clocking it and being like, what the fuck, girl?
Yeah.
It gets you views though, like 3 million views. Okay, you got your views, girl.
For sure.
But the engagement, girl, it's mostly people saying you're busted.
The other problem is she has like too many pots on like all these Owens girl because she's fighting with other people because she said that like disabled people can't wear underwear, and then she's fighting with other people because she said that segregation is better than being trans girl. She literally said shit like this in the past like 3 weeks.
Dude, she's going off the rails because it's getting her attention.
No, it is, and it detracts from like that whole like embarrassing drama with like the interior designer.
She had drama?
Yeah, look that up. That like this interior designer like rejected, like they were gonna ask him to like remodel, like she and her husband asked this guy to like remodel and like design their house, and he was like, hell no, girl, I'd rather get like a wooden plank up the ass or something crazy. He was like, hell no, the fucking house. Yeah.
The designer that was asked to work with them said, I'd rather be beaten than work with them.
See, so like it's to detract from because those are pretty bad views, especially in her community, you know, of like Republicans.
Oh my god.
Right? She can't look like dumb like the other Republicans that like get rejected because like people don't want to do their like wedding cake the house. Like they can't be in that level. You know, Candace Owens is elevated above that, you know?
Yeah. They refuse to be like denied service. It's like, oh well, guess what? Other people are denied service not because they're busted the house, but just because they exist. So
clock that the fucking house, Candace Owens. Maybe you should schedule a conference call with Miss Rachel Dolezals, and you can learn a little thing or two about Miss Civil Rights' house.
I honestly think like Rachel could really teach Candace a lot.
She could learn a lot from Miss Rachel. Yeah.
Maybe even too much.
Maybe too much. Maybe it's a dangerous thing, but she needs a little Rachel Dolezal in her life.
Doesn't everyone?
Everyone needs a little Rachel Dolezal in their lives. You need a transracial in the group to keep you in check, the house.
If you don't have a transracial friend, you're bust the fucking house.
You're bust of the house. You're not inclusive. Sorry.
You're not supportive of all identities.
No.